Okay, in this video I am going to look at factorising harder trinomials. By that I mean ones with a coefficient in front of the x squared, like a 2x squared or a 3x squared. I am going to do it using what's called the St Andrews cross method, but it's not really always called that. It involves a wee bit of cross multiplying at the side. I have also previously made this video using the box method, if you would prefer to have a look at that one. So where it says down here using the box method, I just want you to ignore that. That should not be there. Okay, this is using the St Andrews cross way, but it's exact same examples. So on this one, the trinomials, we're still looking for numbers that multiply to the end term and add to the middle term. Okay, so we're still looking for numbers that times to 12 and add to 11. But this time, when they're not going to automatically add to 11 like they did in previous trinomials, we have to do a wee bit of cross multiplying at the side. And your brackets this time are going to be a 2x and an x. So I always write them down first before I start. Now I know it's a 2x and an x because 2x times x multiplies to give me that x squared term that's there. Okay, so what we do is at the side, probably better to use pencil for this. We don't always get it first time. I can rub out, but like if you can't rub out, you have to then keep drawing this over and over. So that's why pencil's good. So then we do that and we draw a cross. That's why it's called the St Andrews cross, because on the Scotland flag you have a cross like that and it's called the St Andrews cross. Anyway, so you're looking for numbers that multiply to 12, and when I do this little jiggery pokery at the side, it gives me 11. So we try for numbers that multiply to 12. So let's try 3 and 4 first of all. And I don't worry about signs or anything until the end. Now when you cross multiply, 2 times 4 gives us 8, 1 times 3 gives us 3. Now, can you make 11 from 8 and 3? I can't believe I got it first time. Yeah, 8 plus 11 make 3. Sorry, 8 plus 3 equals 11. And if you look at the question for a second, remember that if it's got a plus here, it means both your signs are the same. So it's either plus plus or minus minus. So technically, that's going to be a plus 3 and a plus 4. Now, the 3 and the 8 are not what go in the brackets, okay? They're just to help us get these numbers in the right order. So what you then do is you circle left to right, and your first bracket is 2x plus 3, and your second bracket is x plus 4. Okay? So just to reiterate what happened there, when you did 2 times 4, let me just change my pen colour. When you did 2 times 4, you got the 8. When you did 1 times 3, because that's really a 1, 1 times 3 gave you the 3. So technically what you're really getting there when you multiply out is you're getting 8x and you're getting 3x. That all together makes 11x. So that is your brackets factorised. One last wee thing, I would just always maybe urge you just to do that, a quick check. Make sure that that, which is 8x, and that is 3x, make the 11 in the middle. You don't have to write anything, just do that in your head, okay? Right, let's look at another one. Okay, so in this one we've got a 3x squared in front of the trinomial. So your brackets are 3x and x to start off with. We're looking for numbers that multiply to minus 5 and add to minus 14. So I'm just going to write them down first of all. Now there isn't a lot of options at numbers that multiply to 5. It's only going to be 5 and 1. So we do 3x and x, draw our cross, and we do 5 and 1. Now when you do 3 times 1, that gives you 3. 1 times 5 gives you 8. 3 and 8 are not going to make your 14, so that doesn't work. So we can get rid of them. So this is why I say use pencil, because I can literally just take them away and go back to my original little cross. We're going to try them the other way around. We're going to put the 1 there and the 5 there. 3 times 5 is 15. Technically it's 15x. 1 times 1 is your 1x. 15 plus 1 is 16. But if I do it with a takeaway, 15 take away 1 is 14. In fact, that's not going to work either because it needs to be minus 14. So it's going to have to be a plus with the 1 and a take away with the 15. So the plus went with the top number because that's where that one was. And the takeaway went with the bottom number because that's where that one was. So the takeaway had to go with the 15, which came from 3 times 5. Circle your brackets. Please remember that these bits here have absolutely nothing to do with your brackets. They're just to help you get the numbers in the right place. So your brackets are 3x plus 1 and x take away 5. And remember what I said to do a quick mental check? 3 times 5 is 15, or minus 15. 1 times 1 is 1, minus 15, plus 1 gives you minus 14. So we know we've got the numbers in the right place. And again, That is nothing to be written down, it's just a quick mental check. Okay? Next one. So in this one we've got a 2x squared. So back to having a 2x and an x. Our numbers this time are going to multiply to 18 and they're going to add to negative 15. So our cross 2x and x. Numbers that multiply to 18, there's quite a few options here, so be aware you will not always get it first time. Let's try a 2 and a 9. 2 times 9 is 18, 1 times 2 is 2. 18 and 2 are not going to make 15, so it's not that. If I try quickly the 9 and the 2 the other way round, 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 9 is 9, 9 and 4 are not going to make 15 at all, so it's not that either. So it's not 2 and 9. We could also try a 3 and a 6. 2 times 6 is 12, 1 times 3 is 3. Now 12 and 3 can make 15. A quick look at the question, plus 18 means our signs are both plus plus or minus minus. So if that was a minus 3 and a minus 12, that would make minus 15. So both brackets here have got a negative. Circle your brackets, they have got nothing to do with it. So it's 2x minus 3, x minus 6. Remember a quick mental check, 2 times minus 6 is minus 12, minus 3 times x is minus 3. That gives you minus 15, which we needed for the middle term. Okay, let's try another. So 4x squared. I don't like these ones because now I can't go straight to saying, oh, that's a 4x and an x. Because a 4x and an x give you 4x squared, but so does 2x and 2x. So I'm just opening up so many more options here. Okay, now I know what the answer is because I made this up. But we could play around for a while. So let's remind ourselves we're looking for numbers that multiply to 9 and add to minus 12, okay? If I try 4x and x first of all, I could try a 3 and a 3. That gives you a 12 from doing 4 times 3, and a 1 times 3 is 3. No way that's going to make 12. There's no point turning them around. I could quickly try a 9 and a 1. A 1 and a 9, that's going to be 36. That's far too big, so I'm not even going to do that. I could do 9 and 1 that way. That gives me a 4. That gives me a 9. 9 and 4 aren't going to make 12. There's no other possibilities. So it can't be a 4x and an x. Okay? So it must be a 2x and a 2x that go in the brackets. So that's completely wrong there as well. So back to the side, so 2x and 2x. Numbers multiplied to 9, let's try 3 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 and 6 can make 12. Again, plus 9 tells us that both signs matched. To make minus 12, that could have been minus 6. So both brackets have a minus. Circle the cross. Remember, they've got nothing to do with it. So the brackets are 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3. Now I could have got there a heck of a lot quicker than I did, but because I didn't want to go straight to the answer, I wanted to show you that sometimes we don't always get there first time. And I'll be honest, sometimes when it's maybe a 4x squared or the 6x squared, I can take a while playing around with the questions. Right, let's look at this one, a 5x squared. That's a good one because we know it can only be 5x and x, purely because that's a prime number, okay? So 5x and x. I'm looking for numbers that multiply to minus 4 and add to 1. Remember, that's a secret number 1 that's written in there. Numbers that multiply to 4 could be 4 and 1 or 2 and 2. Now, I kind of think it's not 2 and 2, because if I do 2 and 2, that'll give me 10 and 2. That's a bit big, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to try 1 and 4. If I put the 4 there, that'll give me 20. Again, that's too big. So I'm going to try the 4 there. 4 and 1. So 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. 5 and 4 can make 1. But to make 1, it's got to be a plus with the 5, which came from the 5 times 1. And it's got to be a takeaway with 4, which came from that cross. So take away with the 4. Put them in your brackets, and you get that. Remember your quick mental check at the end. 5 times 1 is 5. Minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. check that gives you 1x, which it does. So there's no reason to be getting these wrong, because you could sit and multiply them back out in your head and check them, okay? So what I've got here is I've got some examples for you to go try. So if you want to, you can go try these ones. I've put in quite a few 4s and 6s in there, so be aware there's more than one option there. Again, with the 10x squared, that could be a 5x and a 2x. So feel free to pause, try those questions if you want, and then the answers will come up in a wee minute. And there is answers to those ones there. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye-bye.